Hey y'all, I'm your host Nita and welcome to R&B Central, where everything we discussed is centered around R&B. I'm going to be giving y'all a bit of nostalgia with the album reviews and commentary regarding the genre and much more as we grow. On this channel, we mainly focus on throwbacks and old school R&B from the 70s to about 2015. So if you have any requests, drop it in the comment section below. And if you like what you see in this video, be sure to like and subscribe for more. Now let's get into the video. Teedra Moses, a singer, songwriter hailing from New Orleans, Louisiana, embarked on her musical journey in the early 2000s while she initially gained recognition for penning songs for artists like Christina Milian and Mary J. Blige. Her own artistry took center stage with the release of her debut album, Complex Simplicity, in 2004. This album emerged during a crucial period in her career as she navigated the challenges of being an independent artist on a predominantly rap-focused label, TVT Records. Complex Simplicity marked a significant departure from the prevailing trends of the early 2000s R&B scene. While many artists embraced a more commercial, pop-infused sound, Teedra opted for a more raw, more soulful approach, drawing inspiration from classic R&B and hip-hop influences. The distinct sound, combined with her honest and unconventional songwriting style, set her apart from her contemporaries. Despite its critical acclaim and enduring influence, Complex Simplicity did not achieve mainstream commercial success at the time of its release. This can be attributed to several factors, including limited promotions and the competitive landscape of the 2004 music scene, which saw releases from major artists like Alicia Keys, Usher, and Destiny's Child. Complex Simplicity comprises of 14 tracks that seamlessly blend soulful melodies with hip-hop infused beats. The album's sonic cohesiveness is largely thanks to producer Paul Pauly, who helmed the majority of the tracks. However, notable contributions also come from super producer Lil Jon and Raphael Saadiq, adding diverse flavors to the album's sonic palette. The album was applauded by critics for its raw honesty, soulful vocals, and innovative production. Many praised Teedra's ability to craft relatable narratives about love, loss, and self-discovery. Despite its lack mainstream chart success, Complex Simplicity garnered a devoted following and has since been recognized as a cult classic, influencing a new generation of R&B artists. Be Your Girl, the first track on the album and the most recognizable song, not only from the album, but you could say of Teedra's career. Be Your Girl, released in 2004, reached number 87 on the Billboard Hot R&B and Hip Hop Songs chart. Until I started doing my research for this review, I thought this was the first and only single. Well, I was wrong. It's actually the second single, but is the only song to have an accompanying music video with it. So, this song is definitely a vibe. It's mid-tempo, smooth, and the drums really stand out. The song starts off with a brief instrumental, a beat that was sampled by Nas's one song, One on One, which was featured on the 1994 Street Fighter soundtrack. Don't know if you got a girl, don't mean to disrespect, but thoughts of you rule my world. I love just how she comes in with that. Now, two things. I had never heard the song One on One, but it's a really good song. I'll leave the link in the description for you. Two, it's ironic because Teedra has stated that Nas is the inspiration for this song. Well, maybe not Nas himself, at least that's what she said now, but his character Sincere from the 1998 movie Belly. In this song, she is letting her crush know that she is feeling him, letting him know. Sometimes, she touches herself. Imagine his pleasure, baby. Teedra's vocals are soft and smooth, that it's easy to miss how bold she really is in this song. Her writing is straightforward. It's not overly poetic. I could speak the lyrics and it'll sound like a regular conversation. I still cannot believe to this day this song wasn't bigger than what it was. But, then again, I can. She was an indie artist and on a label full of rappers. Also, 2004 had a lot of competition. Alicia Keys, You Don't Know My Name, Usher, Yeah, and the whole Confessions album, Sierra, One Two Step, Fantasia's debut album, and Destiny's Child's final album. So there was a lot going on. And being an indie artist with minimum exposure, I guess I could see how she got lost in the sauce. I remember the song got very minimum radio and video play. If I hadn't seen the video already, I probably would not have known the song because the city where I'm from rarely played it, if they ever played it. I don't know. I really liked the song, but didn't hear anything else from her. So it was like out of sight, out of mind until about 2018 when the song played on a R&B Spotify playlist. As soon as I heard it, I was like, "Don't touch me right now. This is my machine." Oh shoot, yeah, that's my jam, because I hadn't heard it in probably since 2004. It's crazy because the lyrics came back to me and it has been on my playlist ever since. Now, what I didn't know and just found out while working on this video is that she has a remix, and I'm not talking about the Kaytranada version, but a version that samples Matume's Juicy Fruit, and the song is called Still Your Girl. And check this out, it features Truth Hurts, y'all remember Truth Hurts, and Raphael Sadiq. And it also features Scipio, who raps on the song. I'm not familiar with him though. I actually thought it was LL Cool J for a hot second when it came on, but only for a hot second, only for a second. Nah, Teedra girl, how you been sitting on this? It's so good. Like, I really like this version. I love actually every version of this song that I've heard. Apparently, it was only released on the international version of the album. Teedra and Truth Hurt voices together are really fitting. Truth almost actually sounds like the original singer. They have like very similar tones. Raphael, he can do no wrong in my book. I will leave the description, the link in the description. So check out the full song. Y'all go listen and come back and let me know what y'all think. I know I've been on this song for, a little long, but I really think it's underrated. Even though now it's been getting, shine due to the popularity of the Kaytranada remix, and Teedra has been promoting her album's 20-year anniversary, last year. I think this song, just needs a do-over. But then again, it's all over TikTok now, and people are really catching on, what is it, 20 years later, but we're here. Track number 2, You'll Never Find a Better Woman, released November 2003, featuring Mr. The Reason Why Yesterday's Price Is Not Today's Price himself, Jadakiss. Although this was the first released song on the album, as I stated before, it did not get a video. This song is about a woman letting her man know he will never find a better woman than her, or a bigger fool. This song describes a toxic relationship where they break up to make up. He doesn't have time for her because he's getting to the money, but somehow has time to be unfaithful. He has money now, but she doesn't care about that. He likes to buy gifts to compensate for all his shit. Her words. Then Jada lets her know she is ungrateful to dismiss his token of love. He proceeds to let her know that he made her and put her on. And by the end of the verse, calling her bluff and stating in due time, he may find something better. Now y'all know, This song is strongly hip-hop influenced. I really like the production of the song. I'm not for the lyrics, as I ain't with the ghetto love stuff. I mean, the lyrics are great, but as far as the content, y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all can have that. Been there, done that, and never want to do it again. It's giving early 20s drama. Now, I will say, when I was in my early 20s drama, my ghetto ships, I didn't realize how ghetto it was. I was naive and green as hell. In this song, she is well aware of their toxicity and how foolish she is. To be that self-aware and still want the bullshit is a type of crazy I don't care to understand. Caution. It may not be one of the more popular songs on the album, but it's one of my favorite tracks. It's usually like that for me. I tend to be one of those people that like the least popular songs sometimes. Are y'all that type of person as well? Sometimes, let me know in the comments below. Love this song and the vocal production especially. It's like the whole song sounds like background singers, but with Teedra's voice, like it's stacked. Not sure if I'm explaining that right, but her vocals seem like they are layered on the verses, which makes it sound like it's background vocals. I don't know if that makes sense. I hope that made sense to somebody. The chorus brings in the harmonies. My favorite part is, the chorus when she said, "What else can you do? What else can you do?" She is really talking her stuff and feeling herself in this song. It's up-tempo and the overall tone is confident, flirty, and fun. My other favorite part of the song is, "I lick my lips and I think how sweet it is to be me. So to date me must be hard." I felt that because when you know your worth and you know how amazing you are, then it's a privilege for your partner to have you. I'm just saying. The song does tip the scale between confidence and arrogance, but I'm leaning more towards confidence because arrogance is asshole energy. This doesn't get that. She is just letting him know, how great she is, and he will not be able to resist once she spit her game. Backstroke, the fourth track on the album, and I believe I can say it is the second most popular song on the album based on numbers, Although it's one of her more popular songs, it's not one of my faves. I do like the song, I just think there are other songs on this album that are better. Like Teedra stated on her Tiny Desk performance, after performing this song, she used to get stigmatized. And that honestly sums up the lyrical context of the song. She is with a guy that she knows is a waste of time. But goddamn, he can put it down. That's that toxic shit again. No judgment here, though. No judgment here. Because, most of us have hung on to someone longer than, we should have at some point. Once again, the way Teedra wrote this song is, very unconventional. Like she is talking directly to the guy. There's no metaphors or personifications to describe how she feels. She is straight up telling dude he has good D. It's your backstroke, but other than that, you ain't worth a damn. In my opinion, it doesn't have a strong bridge, and most of the song is the hook. I really like the background vocals in this song though. I actually like her background vocals on pretty much all the songs. That is something that I would say that really stood out on this album. From what I can hear, it sounds like she did all of them herself. If I'm wrong, let me know. Track number 5, No More Tears. Okay, Teedra, got some strength in her knees with this one. Happy, sipping, puffing, passing. I know that ain't how I go. Relaxing with my family, no more tears for you. So she is letting her lover know she is over it. She will not be giving him any of her tears or energy. This song has a captivating rhythmic quality. The chorus in particular has a little bounce to it, thanks in part to the subtle infusion of Southern hip hop. This song samples Spotty Yachty Dopalicious by Outkast featuring Sleepy Brown. The song can be heard on their third studio album, Aquemini. The horn melody is prominent in the production and is the most recognizable part of the song. That the part of the song that was sampled. I like the sample in No More Tears. It adds a little razzle dazzle. Track number 6, Rescue Me. The album takes a sharp turn with Rescue Me. While the preceding tracks were dominated by mid-tempo and upbeat rhythms, this song abruptly shifts to a slower, more contemplative pace. The first verse says, "This poor heart of mine still feels I can find a love to call my own. I gave him good love, made him feel like a man. Now I need someone new, and I want someone like you." She describes how a former lover left her in so much pain, and she is in need of a new love to come in her life to rescue her. Although she is hurting, she is still optimistic about love. Many people make the mistake of trying to heal by jumping from one relationship, to another, thinking that having a new person will rescue and heal them from their shortcomings or pain from the previous relationship. I'm here to tell you that it won't work. The only person who can rescue you is you. If you believe in a higher power, then that spirit will guide you towards your healing. Either way, you have to seek within. You will only carry the same BS or trauma to the next situation if you do not take some time to heal. This is a beautiful song and I really like it. However, it expresses seeking love outward to heal. I suggest singing it as if you're singing it to yourself. It'll hit different. Take Me. We are halfway through the album, and at this point, Raphael Saadiq lends his incredible voice to Take Me that seamlessly blends with the album's current mellow mood. Not only did Raphael sing on this track, he also produced it. One of 2 tracks not produced by Paul Pauly. This is a beautiful song, definitely in my top 3. The lyrics go so well with the music. If you close your eyes while listening to this song, it feels like you're somewhere in paradise. Wind blowing, flowers, smiles, and serenity. Take me back to the day when you made me fall. I want to go. I want to go. Make me feel like you. This song describes a couple who have allowed their busy lives to distance them. They both still have love for each other deeply and want to find time for one another to get that feeling back they had when they first met, or when they first touched, as she say. Take me back to the day when you made me fall in love. I want to go. I want to go. Make me feel like you did the very first time we ever touched. I want to go. Let's just go. Now, granted, she sings that in a much higher key. I ain't doing all that. Not right now. I enjoyed how they kept the chorus going until the song faded out. It allows the moment to simmer and makes you feel like you never want it to end, much like how the lovers feel in the song. You better tell her, tell her, tell her. Breaking away from the album's prevailing mellow mood, You Better Tell Her, the second track, not produced by Polly Paul, injects a jolt energy courtesy of super producer and former label mate Lil Jon. With its driving hi-hats, booming bass, and Teedra's fiercely direct lyrics, the song marks a distinct shift in sonic direction. If I'm believing what I hear is true, then there's a broad round town that's claiming you. And listen, daddy, I'm too cute to fight. You better get that bitch told tonight. And I don't ever I mean, never, ever, ever want to deal with this again. You better tell her, tell her, tell her, tell her. This song is giving, this song gives a little Moke and Steph, he's mine. You made her had him once, but I got him all the time. As Teedra expresses, it doesn't matter if he gave her some, her touch ain't like hers. It doesn't matter if he gave her some money because the account is in her name. This must be the sequel track to You'll Never Find a Better Woman or a Bigger Fool. She for damn sure is on one if she think it doesn't matter if he gave his thing away and his money. His money? I digress. Sometimes when I listen to songs, I place other singers on the song because I can hear them singing it. It's no disrespect to the artist performing the original song though. It's just that it could be the lyrics. I don't know. It could be the lyrics, the style of the song, and sometimes the singers have similar tones. When I hear this song, I can see Nivea singing it. Is it just me? Y'all go listen to it and let me know what you think. Like, I could really, like, back in the day when Don't Mess With My Man, I don't know. I just hear it. Track number 9, Outta My Head. This track is heavily hip-hop influenced. The beat is hardcore as Teedra aggressively sings, "Think I'm going out of my head 'cause my heart keeps yearning for you. But I know that we are so dead." This track is inspired by the 1960s R&B, and it has interpolations of "Going Out of My Head" by Florence Ballard, of the former Supremes group member.
Well, I think I'm going out of my head. Yes, I think I'm going out of my head.
Teedra describes a relationship she has gotten out of and is happy. However, every now and again, she thinks of him. She knows that the situation is no good for her, although she's probably always gonna love him. Solid song, but not one of the top tracks for me. Complex Simplicity, the title track of the album.
Everybody's worried about tomorrow. Will they see tomorrow? I'm just trying to get mine off today.
I felt that. Sometimes we're so caught up in worrying about the future and the what ifs that we don't live in the present. It samples one of Teedra's favorite artists, Prince, Raspberry Beret. This is one of those songs where the title of the song is not actually sung in the song. I think she only says it like at the very beginning and she speaks it. But it describes the song to the T, and honestly, the whole album, I guess that's why she called it that. Makes sense. I understand why it was titled what it is, because at one point I didn't get it. Life is complicated at times, but the simple answer to get through what you are going through is to push forward. Is it always that simple to actually do? No, it can be very complicated, but that's simply all you can do. You see what I'm saying? Complex simplicity. I get it. Fear and worry never helped anything, so breathe, live your life the best way you can. For a Lifetime, changing the pace and giving us a nice ballad with soulful harmonies. The sadness in the song cannot only be heard by Teedra's heartfelt lyrics, but the production. You can hear the hard rainfall. You can envision this song being sung in the dark, looking out the window, watching the rainfall against the window pane. You know, R&B shit. But the song has an uplifting element to it as well. Sure as all that breathe will die and the showers fall from April skies, a heart that's pure won't be denied. The kind of loving that'll rock you, the kind of love that'll keep you, hold you for a lifetime. In my opinion, this song steers away from, Teedra's signature straightforward writing, which is more similar to spoken word. For a Lifetime, it's more traditionally poetic, using different figurative languages and to describe how she feels. Track number 12, Caught Up. After all the flirting, tears, BS, hoochies, love is here. See, I know and you know that we are ready for love. Caught Up is about two people who are both feeling each other. Teedra lets it be known to her dude she is nothing less than a wifey. Basically, play with them hoes, but you know better than to play with me. This is a cool song. Once again, love the harmonies in the background. It's mid-tempo and mellow, very smooth vocals and production. It's one of the top songs. It's one of my top songs on the album, and one of the top songs on the album based on popularity and, like I said, in my opinion. Track number 13, Last Day. As the album draws to a close, Last Day provides a touching reflection on morality and legacy. While much of the album reveals in the ups and downs of relationships and carefree living, this track poses a profound question. If today were your last, how would you want to spend it? Teedra initially envisions happy scenes, sunshine, laughter, beachside bliss, but ultimately finds solace in prayer, hoping for a peaceful passage into the afterlife. The song's ethereal sound, reminiscent of ocean waves and celestial choirs, perfectly complements its introspective theme. Track number 14, I Think of You, Shirley song. The album concludes with a deeply personal tribute to Teedra's mother, Shirley, who passed away a little over a year before this album's release. In a touching preface, Teedra reveals that she had intended to perform the song This Old Soul of Mine at her mother's funeral, which can be heard playing in the background as she speaks. However, she found herself unable to do so. This closing performance, inspired with both sadness and acceptance, offers a sense of closure and a celebration of her mother's life. I am unsure if the version of this Soul of Mine that's playing in the background is a recording of Teedra's mom. I want to assume it is, but I'm not sure. Nevertheless, Teedra joins in and starts singing with the record, just as she was supposed to at her mother's funeral. As she completes the hymn, the song seamlessly transitions to I Think of You. I don't have many words to say. It's been over a year since you left that day. I'm trying to be everything you said I could and would be. In addition to her mom, the song is a dedication to her twin sons, Raj and Taj Austin, who are also musical artists in their own right. She shouts out her siblings and lets them know her love and appreciation for them. I would also like to mention there is a second version to this song featuring her sons that was released in the 2019 Complex Simplicity's 15th anniversary edition. The original version is beautiful and is a tearjerker, especially for those who have lost a parent or someone super close. But the second version with her sons rapping had me in tears. They acknowledged their mother's resilience and strength through hardship. They professed their appreciation and love for her. Y'all have to listen to it. If you have children, you always hope that they understand that you are doing the best you can and want the best for them always. All right, so to sum it all up, You'll Never Find and You Better Tell Her should have never been singles. I feel because she was on a hip hop record label, they led with that. But okay. Listen here, I'm just going to say this. I'm just going to lay it on the line. I am so disappointed. I am disappointed. This album came out 20 years ago. 20. And it still doesn't have the numbers it deserves. Nonetheless, I am glad she is taking things into her own hands, like for real. And she really promoted this album's 20th anniversary last year. Like she was everywhere. I saw her more last year than ever. She did Tiny Desk, R&B Money podcast, sang in the shower, and I even saw her on Dish Nation. I was like, okay, girl, promote your shit. Like, okay. But y'all should have done better 20 years ago. And I'm talking to y'all fans. And people finding out. But okay, but let me stop, because I ain't gonna go in on y'all too much, because I didn't get it either. But like I mentioned before, I like the single Be a Girl, but it barely played, and that was the only song I heard of hers at that time, and I was a broke teenager. I didn't have the money to risk buying an album based off of one song. Wasn't doing it. What's y'all's excuse? 20 years after its release, Complex Simplicity continues to resonate with listeners. You know, Teedra Moses' unconventional songwriting style, which was uncommon in 2004, has become a hallmark of contemporary R&B, with artists like Summer Walker and SZA kind of drawing clear inspiration from her approach. The album's themes of love, heartbreak, and self-empowerment remains timeless and universally relatable. While some tracks, particularly those with a more pronounced hip-hop influence, might sound just slightly dated, just like You'll Never Find and You Better Tell Her, those two. The album's overall sound and lyrical content have aged remarkably well. Complex Simplicity is a testament to Teedra Moses' artistry and her ability to create music that transcends trends and resonates across generations. What did you all think of the album? It's a 10 out of 10 for me, and y'all ain't got to agree, but I don't know how not. Like, this is a great album that did not get the recognition it deserved at the time, but it still sounds great 20 years later. But whether you do or you like it or you don't, I want to hear from you. Leave a comment below and some R&B album suggestions. Nothing past 2015. Nothing past 2015. I ain't doing no new stuff. I'm just not. Nothing older than the 70s. 70s is already pretty old. I ain't going no older. I already got a wide gap. 45 years is good enough to make sure. I just want to make sure we get a good variety. With that being said, be sure to like, share, subscribe, and click that notification bell so that you can know when to come back to relive the soundtrack of your life here at R&B Central.